I'm recording this video on February the 11th of 2023, and I'm currently 22 years old. Hey, I'm Scott, and I've been working hard these past 4 months in order to change my life. You'll see. Though I was partying a lot with my friends, though I managed to get a high quality girlfriend with great values and beautiful, though I literally used to do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, and had no problems of money and no responsibilities whatsoever, I felt depressed and suicidal. I was drinking 3 to 4 days a week, taking drugs once a week on one of my worst moments, and watching TV shows and movies just as much as I was playing video games. And you know what? Uh, my life actually sucked. I had been in this pit of despair for a long time, but we won't go through all that now. That's just to paint a clear picture of where I was. The fact is, I decided to change radically my life and start becoming the man I wanted to be. I had this desire for a long time at this point, but never knew quite how to execute it. But I found guidance when you do. Now I'm reaching out to this very platform that helped me start rising above my demons, not just to start sharing my story and show you my journey as it develops. I also intend to help out others, like me, to become the kind of man they want to be. You may ask yourself, how can I help you become the kind of man you want to be when I'm not myself there? Well, since I'm so committed to this path and I'm so certain that I'm going down the right way, I want you to, whoever is watching this, to hold myself accountable on this journey. I'm setting today a deadline for myself. In precisely 5 months from now, on July the 11th of 2023, I intend to upload another accountability video for you, showing you the progress I made, and I intend to be in the best shape of my life by then. If you want to encourage me and try to hold me accountable as I ask you, I thank you from the bottom of my heart, bro. If you want to try to discourage me, then you can be certain I'll prove you wrong. But let's be honest, even if you want to help me out and hold me accountable, you'll probably forget by then, anyways. So I want to make you a proposition. I'll explain you further now what I'm doing and what changed and what changed so radically in my life. And if by then and if by the end of this short story you feel compelled or motivated, perhaps even related to this feeling of wanting more for your life and wanting to become who you really want to be, then I repeat the offer I present to you now. Join me. Join me. Let's go down this road together, brothers. Let's commit ourselves to become true men who strive to achieve their goals and start by this. Let's build our bodies and shape our lives to be heading towards success instead of emptiness and failure. Because there's no greater failure than not even trying, and along the way, you'll find, as many great men before us found, that the pavement to success is made of thousands of failures. As I say, I started this path approximately 4 months ago. I'll show you the exact dates since I've been tracking my progress and activities very carefully after the first half of the month I started or so. I realized I had too much of an easy life and I needed to make something of myself, though I really didn't know what. I needed to commit myself to something that would guide me and prepare me in order to find my way. I needed to adopt responsibilities and begin my metamorphosis from boy to man. I quickly realized I had to build a physique I was actually proud of, a physique I could identify myself with, and at the same time with the man I wanted to become. So it was clear to me I had to start lifting weights. So I did. And not like all those times before, this time I was going to be consistent. Consistent like I had never been before. So far, I've managed to keep my streak of not missing workouts for more than 2 months, which is actually a huge accomplishment for a lazy ass motherfucker like me. I'm really glad for that. But I know I cannot get complacent a week now. There's way much work to be done, but this is not all I've been doing. I didn't want to change just my body, not even my mind. I wanted to change my entire life and put it on the path that my ideal self would inevitably had to start to become that elevated, successful person I always wanted to become. I inevitably realized that I had to train also my mind, and in many ways, not just feed it with knowledge, but also with harmony, peace, and tranquility. It would require to function with the, with the peace, tranquility, and tranquility will require it to function properly, not only for get work done and create good ideas, but to enjoy any reward I might achieve, and to enjoy life itself and every moment of my long life journey I committed myself to. So I started meditating. Of course, I started for 5 minutes of meditation, and right now uh, I daily go through 20 minutes sessions, two sessions of 20 minutes, and can get up to 40 minutes when concentration and focus are on the daily menu. But don't get me wrong, meditation isn't about how long you can do it for. It's mostly about how good is the quality of your meditation and how much inner peace and better focus on your day to day you can extract from the practice. Besides many other things, but I would need a whole new video to talk about that. This one is actually getting pretty long by now, so I'll get to the point. I also, as you might have guessed, started to pick up the habit of reading, to instruct myself and become eventually a perpetual learner. That's the only way to achieve truly great things in life, trust me. You can search for any influential, relevant person you admire that has fundamentally changed the world in some good and productive way, or left a sizable footprint on history, and you'll find a reader, you'll find a perpetual learner who always stayed on the pursuit of wisdom and knowledge. So I started with a book called Atomic Habits. You probably have heard of it, and I can't recommend it enough. If you truly want to change your life forever, I'm currently reading 3 books now, but don't think I'm going above my head. I'm just taking it easy enough so I can endure the path. I daily don't see myself. I daily don't set myself the goal of reading more than 5 pages of each one. But if you read every day 5 pages of each of those 3 books, it's only more than 0 pages of any book. But it is also a pathway that opens up the possibility that when you start to join the habit, start to enjoy the habit of reading that you created for yourself, you might as well read 10 or even 20 pages of one of the books that you want to read the most that day. And little by little, slowly but surely, you'll eventually not just finish those books before you even realize, but also you transform seemingly easy yourself into a reader, a true learner, and you actually got incredible ideas out of that book. a whole new world of knowledge is now in your head, and you probably haven't noticed. Of course, that's not all. Every morning I made myself the habit of taking cold showers. I think there's no need for me to explain this one further. It's just a healthier shower, bro. Don't doing a hard thing like that willingly will build discipline and willpower. You can rest sure of that. Moving on, I also started, but only more recently, to practice the Wim Hof method for breathing, and also I'm trying some yoga breathings like pranayama. It is incredible, bro. I've got to tell you. But I hope you follow my advice and go find out for yourself. Just look on YouTube a video on how to do those, and you'll find it very easily. I'll link you the first video I saw that got me into all respiration methods stuff. Obviously, to be able to seize the day, I came also to the conclusion I had to stop that unhealthy daily cycle of waking up in the evening and going to sleep at 6 a.m. Besides, it was starting to hurt my relationship, and I definitely didn't want to lose my this girl I worked so hard to get, and it was hard, bro. Believe me. So I decided I was going to turn my circadian rhythm back around and fix it up for once and for all. This would bring not only the benefit I earlier mentioned, but also among the many others, it will help me to sleep and rest better to grow muscle. It will be stupid for me to work for myself in one way and against me in another. I also didn't want to miss so much the late nights, the nightly wind, the stars, and the comfortable, cozy, and warm, dark blanket of the summer nights. So I decided to wake up as early as possible to still enjoy a little of that, but in a healthy and more productive way. I started to wake up at 6 a.m. Currently, I'm waking up at 5 a.m. And as a result, I had to go to bed at least at 7 a.m. Now, but in the beginning at 8 p.m. Well, 7 p.m. now, and at the beginning at 8 p.m. to be able to sleep for 8 hours, because at least for me it takes an hour or two to actually fall asleep. As you might have guessed, I'm still having problems with that, with this one. But I think I found my solution. But we'll talk about it in some other time. And to set my goals straight and don't fall off track, not even for a date, I also started the habit of making myself a schedule. This is very important. A schedule every night for the next day and following the guidelines I made for myself on a timetable. By the way, I don't know why I kind of forgot. Uh, I don't know why I kind of forgot to mention this earlier. I guess because I linked it to the meditation and just didn't mention it for that reason. And it's journaling, and most specifically gratitude journaling. Don't make me tell you all about it. You can just Google all the benefits. Moving on. After a while of reading one of the books I encourage you to read if you want to learn about internet marketing, building an internet based business, and don't end up falling into the trap of 9 to 5 works and modern slavery. .com Secrets. It came to me a brilliant idea that showed me the next big step to take on my life, the goal to strive for, and the soul of my purpose. I decided to create my own company, create something that would help a lot of people and fulfill myself in the process. But I won't reveal any more about that for now. Let's keep some magic and mystery, don't you think? And since then, I've been consistently and relentlessly working towards that. and it's been really hard, lots and lots of hard work and no reward. And I know if I actually want to achieve that, I will have to continue on that matter and even double down on my efforts in order to make this dream bloom. So now that I told you my journey and my transformation so far, my first my firm conviction on this pathway and my strong will to continue this hard road. Tell me, are you willing to join me? Would you make me accountable for my tireless and long lasting commitment for the next 5 months, and by starting your own path to self transformation and what I call self evolution, making me making making me accountable for you as well, and holding you to the same deadline of 5 months from now to see together our progress on July the 11th of 2023. Are you willing to change your life right now and start striving to become the man you want to be? Or you'll remain where you are now and get worse every day instead of better? Get older every year but not wiser. Get less energized by working 8 hours shifts every day but not richer. Get more stressful. Get more stressed by every single short of action you've got to do in your life but not joyful of actually living it. It's your choice, bro. I'll leave you I'll leave you some links in the description for where we can post our in the Reddit community I created for this, especially for this purpose, um, where we can share all our progress and we can talk about ideas. I'm also going to leave a link in the description for the Discord server I'm going to create now also for this, and to discuss strategies, workout plans, books to read, and get support and daily encouragement from your new brothers. So, welcome to the brotherhood. Um, I'm glad to see you here. Also, before I forget it, in the next video I'm going to show you all the setup for my timetable and how I work on my schedule. It's quite simple. I think it will be like a shorter video. I'll show you some examples of my timetable, the tasks I got, some of the tasks you could use for yourself for your own timetable. Well, that's all for now. See you soon, bros. I also forgot to mention, in the Reddit community, I'm going to post my current state, all measurements, pictures, well, mostly everything, to show you my current state. I encourage you to do the same.